You find yourself fighting against the force of it trying to pull you up to the surface. You can, but it's trying to pull you up to the surface.
Yeah.
It's a ring of water walking.
Okay.
Most
Well,
likely.
seeing as Braxon can't get the prisoner, he'll go with what the ring's doing.
Okay. I'll say that you collect some items that people dropped and everything like that, so no one lost anything. All right. So letting yourself go, the power of the ring literally brings you up to the surface, pushes you up to the surface and above it, and you find yourself standing on top of it. It is still glowing very brightly, however.
Yeah. Okay. He's going to step back in the boat and say, this ring stops people diving underwater.
Oh.
It's a ring of... so a ring of water walking, then.
Yeah.
Seems.
So, Higgimus, why don't you try it out? Just go for a walk on the water.
Well, they're over there, Braxon says, pointing at the water, dragging their people and our prisoner. I don't think I can get to the prisoner without a fight, and he might be already dead. So...
Oh. Well.
I was going to rescue him if he was loose, but...
Well, at this point, I don't want you to risk yourself trying to get that thing.
No, I mean, these guys are quite good at fighting, so I can't take 8 of them on underwater.
Yeah.
No, we've suffered enough. We can go back.
Yep.
All right, let's grab the ship and head to grab the boat and head to the ship to rest up and recover our wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, Braxton's going to keep watch at the front of the boat, looking for these creatures. Are we going to overtake them all?
The boat's on the shore.
No, they're swimming downstream, and you guys were pulling the ship up to shore when they attacked.
Were we? Oh, we were about to land.
Yeah. You were about to land.
Sorry, I thought we were still going down the river.
No, I'd have moved your token somewhere else if it occurred. It literally occurred on the last. The encounter occurred on the last tile.
So and then one more encounter roll.
Nah.
Okay.
That's good enough.
But we could have a chimera.
I think the likelihood on the plateau is less likely.
Well, okay. I mean, since you guys are insisting on it, and I'll do another roll.
Thanks, Lafdul.
You see a large winged creature flying pretty far above your head. It doesn't make any move towards you, however.
What's a wisdom check? What's a percent? I'll pull up my spyglass and have a look. There we go. I have a spyglass.
Okay, give me an intelligence check, please.
Intelligence. Okay. Oh, I'm not that great at it.
Quick, throw something at it. Make it mad.
No, we do not.
It's really high up there.
We do not want to anger the AuldDragon.
He's still got water in his throat. He can't talk yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I succeeded!
Okay.
Your intelligence is 12.
So it's moving pretty fast, but you are able to get your spyglass on it. I mean, it's pretty hard to actually get something when it's moving like that. But you do get a view of it through your spyglass. It is clearly reptilian. You see 2 large leathery wings, a pair of legs, a long tail, and a horned head.
Dragon?
You see no forelimbs.
No, wyvern.
No, wyvern. No, it doesn't have 4 legs.
We want to stay far away from that.
That's what
Those things are harmless.
Yeah, until they poison you.
It appears to be flying towards the that mountain in the center of the plateau.
Oh.
It looks like it has a camp on the mountain.
We were planning on going past.
Or a
that,
nest.
We don't.
As long as we don't climb the mountain, we should be fine.
Yeah.
And
but Higgimus likes his trophies. Cough, cough.
I was thinking.
Lafdul walks away.
I was thinking about that actually. Higgimus is like, huh? That would look nice up on his mantle.
I say no.
He was
With him
thinking that.
poison
Can you
is
read my
no
thoughts?
joke.
Can you read my thoughts?
I can guess.
I can. I've actually got mine memorized. Not that I'm casting on you.
But yeah, Higgimus was definitely thinking that.
I think everybody knows that Higgimus would think something like that.
Higgimus wants the head.
Out of curiosity, Old, if I had mind read, would he actually roll a spell saving throw, or would he? Would he have the?
He'd have his magic resistance.
Yeah.
He'd have his magic resistance and then the spell save throw.
Yeah, I mean, it
but-
depends on whether the spell allows a saving throw or not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
And
It doesn't.
Higgimus, we should put your trophies into your office.
I think the assumption is that he did put some of them in, even if he didn't.
No, it's
We
not saving
didn't.
throw.
No, we didn't. Only a picture of him.
They're on
Not
the ship,
right.
right?
Okay.
For the press.
Well, anyway, so you guys get back to the your wasp without any further incident. Gloriana sees that you are injured and
Not that injured, but the wolf is.
well, yeah, especially him. Actually,
Yeah,
is it male or female wolf, Ockar?
Roll or die.
Ockar? You're muted. Unmute yourself, Ockar. Pay attention to the game, Ockar.
You will press the unmute button.
I sort of seem to remember that last time he said something about it being male.
Okay, well,
I think he said male, but
she's able to heal up the wolf, and let's see, what else does she have?
Dog.
And that's okay.
Yeah, Braxon's down a bit.
How much are you down?
Ooh,
more than the rest.
he was down. Yeah, more than the rest. He was down a few at the other game anyway. He's down 27 out of 43.
Oh Jesus, you have a lot of hip.
Yep. He's a
Yeah.
fighter, so-
All right. Well, you get 8 hit points back,
I'm down 5.
and she's got a couple temporary healing potions. So
I'm at 25 out of 30.
I've invested all my luck into my hit point rolls.
you get another. Oh my lord, that is awful. You get another 4 hit point. Actually, that's for you, Higgimus. You get 4 hit points since you didn't need as much.
Uh-huh.
And this
Sleeping
is for
where
you.
I get the rest of it back anyway.
Yeah, probably. And that's for you, Braxon. So another 8.
Another 8.
I need some healing.
That's
25 out of.
that's what she's got. So unless Lafdul has some more.
No
Oh, wow.
party in the morning.
That is exactly the right amount of healing points to heal me up fully.
Excellent.
Doesn't somebody have like those temporary healing potions
No.
somewhere?
No, we used them all. At least mine.
Oh, you have. Oh, okay.
Hang on.
I believe last time Gloriana handed out some before we left. The day before.
Hang on.
Oh, Ockar might have one of them, man. Because you have
Yeah.
your healing potion. That means Braxon or Higgimus. might have one.
Braxon's got 1 lent to him, plus 2 normal healing potions if we need them. But the temporary one would be better, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Who needs this? Says Braxon, holding it out.
I would probably need it.
Yeah,
Go
probably
for it then.
Yeldan.
2d4
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Yep.
Cool. 5.
Okay. All right. It is. Let's see. What time was it in the game? So it's late afternoon now.
Plus
There's
5.
anything else that you guys want to do, or if you just want to, relax for the rest of the afternoon to the evening, sleep, recover spells, stuff like that.
I'm replenishing my items that I've lost.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's what we need. Is just to rest and replenish spells. Maybe rest enough so people can get like another hit point or two back.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna spend the day. I'm gonna spend the time studying this longbow and ring that I got.
So we're resting.
Yeah. I'm.
Okay. So I guess
Before like I rest, I'm studying the new longbow I got, testing out the pole and.
That bow, you're pretty sure it's of elven make, and it looks very old.
so if we're resting. That means I gain a hit point back.
Yeah.
Braxon will give the crew a quick briefing.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I'm 2 points away from being at max.
What kind of briefing? Because I thought we weren't telling them the whole truth.
He already invented a cover story last session.
Right.
So we have a cover story that we found out that they kidnapped some dwarves, and we've decided to rescue them and put aside our existing mission of recovering monster parts.
Mm-hmm.
So Braxon will tell the crew that we've encountered some friendly locals and describe them, and he'll also let them
How
know that
does the human crew react to that?
What?
Well,
Oh, because pixies have a reputation.
well, they're sprites.
They're, I mean, they're. None of them have ever encountered any type of fairy creature before, so there's some superstition. There's some chuckling about things that they're rumored to have
just let them
said.
stab you once. You'll be friends afterwards.
Anyway, so Braxton describes how big they are and says they're locals. They've let us know where the kidnapped people are being held by slavers.
Felloran pops into view and says hi, and then vanishes again. There's surprise, there's muttering and shocked comments.
Felloran, do you want some food?
He pops back into view and says, "No, thanks. I can get whatever I need out in the forest."
Okay, so anyway, these guys are looking out for us. If they see any movements, they might send a messenger here.
That was weird.
And we also met some water creatures that attacked us in our boat as we were coming back.
I suddenly lost all audio from the voice chat.
Do you have it now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now, but there was a good half a minute or so where I couldn't hear you guys at all.
Weird.
That explains why you didn't answer us.
Yeah.
Glad you're back.
I'm gonna. I don't have any mapping skills, so I don't think I can draw a rough map of how I think the area is.
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Does our apprentice wizard have drawing?
No.
Capabilities?
You require calligraphy.
There's
that's
a few different things that you could use, but no, he doesn't have anything like that. I mean, you can draw a rough map in dirt, but I mean it depends on how detailed you want to get it, kind of thing.
Charcoal, like a plankable.
Mostly I just want to get an accurate representation of distance, but I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, no. Accurate is not something that you can do. If you want to generally say, here's where the lake is, here's where the mountain is, we're going up between them, that kind of thing, then you could draw that, but
yeah.
That's about it.
By the way, Yeldan, were you going to try to claim those magical items for yourself?
I'm going to claim the bow. I'm just studying the ring. I'm going to leave the ring for the party to decide later.
There's a bunch of other people that can use the bow.
There is indeed.
I'm the only one who doesn't have a magical weapon that I'm proficient in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Braxton's willing to pass on this as soon as he's got this thing with the studs in.
Okay. I guess what I'm saying is don't automatically claim it unless claim the items unless we've had a discussion on it first.
don't even need the discussion, but don't just assume
Here's
that
a
you can take it. You could ask that you could just ask and say, is anybody against me taking that?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have objected, but
Right,
it's the fact that you didn't
but-
ask.
Yeah. So like, let's say you guys, you've got a party. Only one person knows how to use a mace. And you find a magical mace. Anyone else want it? Thank you, kind of thing. I mean, it
True.
seems kind of perfunctory, but it still shows
Actually,
that you're
All right, yeah. Yeldan will put both the bow and ring out after studying them for a while. It's like, anybody mind I take the bow?
No, feel free.
You're pretty good with the bow.
What does the ring even do?
I don't know.
We don't know
What
yet.
does the bow do?
Well, I can tell.
Well, it shoots arrows.
It shoots arrows.
I point. I don't. From what I guess, it's probably more accurate than a normal bow.
Lafdul will try on the ring.
Well, what's the symbol on the ring look like?
Wait, I'll point out how many rings does Lafdul have right now.
Yeah, I can take my other rings off.
There's a
Yeah, I'm not keeping the ring. I just want to see what it does.
What's the symbol on it?
So it's a gold ring in the shape of a large cat of some sort, and on the top of the ring, in the cat's mouth, is a tiger eye gem.
I can have a guess that has something to do with stealth, maybe, because that
That was my assumption.
Well, maybe try putting it on and see what happens.
Well,
That's what I was trying to do.
Or let Lafdul put it on.
Yeah, is anyone going to object to me doing this?
Not
No,
really.
testing it? No.
All right, I put on the ring. I take off my other ring and I put that ring on.
Which ring are you
Yeah.
taking off?
The ring of concentration. Have I got 2 rings on? Have I got 1? I think I only got 1.
Yeah, because it's very important, because you can't wear multiple rings in the same hand.
Silver ring of violence. That's a C3 solid object, so yeah, I take that ring off.
You could all of them. You could take them all off and just put
I
the
don't
one
think
on.
I've got any other rings. I was just checking. No, I've only got that 1 ring. I've got a necklace, but different slot.
Okay, you
So,
put the
yeah.
ring on, and you don't feel any different. No one notices any difference on you.
Don't think it's quite
I-
that simple.
Point at a inanimate object with a ring and try to focus. I don't know, see what happens. Anything?
Do either one of you have a identify spell handy? Higgimus says
We don't have any pearls.
we have pearls.
Oh,
We
do?
need 8 hours to prepare. Do we have those?
We don't have time to prepare that.
Yeah, we're just messing around, see what happens.
Higgimus doesn't know how your spells work. You might explain it to him 100 times. He doesn't know.
Okay, we need 8 hours for this particular spell, Higgimus. We need 8 hours preparation time. So the earliest we could start preparing will be tomorrow.
No, that's not going to work.
So if you want to do anything else tomorrow, then that will be difficult.
Lafdul walks around, see if he's quiet.
Yeah, so you're gonna try to be quiet?
He doesn't seem to be any quieter than or louder than normal.
He jumps up in the air.
You jump normally.
Alright, shrug.
Have a look whether you can listen or see better. I mean, didn't you say it's a cat with an eye?
It has something to do with cat, is what I said. Because it's very cat orientated and there's a cat's eye in there.
I concentrate and look around, see if it has similar properties to my other ring.
You hear a cat.
Lafdul's voice suddenly changes to a cat.
Well,
no,
Yeldan, you have a cat on the ship, right?
Yes, I do. A cat jumps on the table.
The cat jumps on the table and it's staring at you, Lafdul.
Oh, a ring of animal friendship. I look at the wolf. No, is it only cats?
Wolf's is ignoring you. It's actually looking at Leva and kind of baring its teeth a little bit.
It
Oh.
does not like lava, but that's fine. I'm gonna be sitting by and petting the wolf.
Levo's gonna cry.
Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah.
Try and talk to the Lafdul, try and talk to the cat.
I try and talk to the cat.
You know, like meow, meow.
Yes, Lafdul meows at the cat.
The cat reacts exactly as you would expect a cat to react to someone fake meowing at it.
It meows back. is my
I walk
experience.
up, I pick him up, and I start petting him.
You could try stroking it.
Well, no, I pass the ring
pick-
to Leather. See if she can figure it out.
I'm where I picked up my cat now. Yeldan's picked up his cat and now he's petting it.
So let's know. I used up my detect magic spell, so I don't know what time. Do you have a detect magic spell, Lafdul?
Oh,
No, I don't.
you used detect magic on it earlier. Did the Eld roll for it to see if you could tell what type of magic it was?
No, because it was in the middle of a combat situation,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't ask me about it.
Braxon says hello to the cat. In cat.
I didn't actually ask because it was too late.
Oh.
You could have asked after the battle ended. The spell was still in effect.
Oh, okay.
But I mean,
I assumed it wasn't. So okay.
you noticed the effects as you know. I mean, you didn't pick up the type of magic it was because you had just been stabbed.
Let me just reconstruct the event. This guy, did he just turn up out of nowhere?
He moved silently and hid in shadows successfully up until he got behind you and stabbed you in the back.
So,
actual
Lafdul, why don't you
backstab?
try
It
do
was a
something
backstab.
like that? Maybe the ring helps you with that.
I point out that it might that the other guy might have been another ranger trained in survival in the forest, like Yeldan is. This is the reason why he was able to move so successfully.
It could be useful, but I don't know for now. I've got this ring.
So you pass the ring to Leva. She looks at it and puts it on and turns it on her finger and looks at it again. Says, "Looks beautiful. What does it do?"
I don't know. The cat came to me when I put it on.
I hold it out to the cat.
Cat's looking at you again. It's not so
petting
normally
petting.
Yeldan. Normally, when you have your cat in your arms and you're petting it and stuff like that, it's purring at you and its eyes are closed and it's happy. And it's not I mean, it's not angry or anything like that, but it's like ignoring you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the Leva holds out a hand with the ring towards the
Didn't
cat.
the cat previously hiss at you?
No, I
Yes.
don't think so.
No,
That
at
was a
level.
wolf growling.
It hissed at me. So Leva holds out her hand with the ring to the cat.
It's still just kind of watching you.
So it's not smelling the hand?
Not really. It knows what you smell like.
That doesn't matter. Yeah. Have you never had a cat?
Actually, no, I have not. But
It doesn't matter whether it smelled you 100 times or 1,000 times. It will smell you again.
no, this is what it's doing right now.
You see that?
So,
Well, that's them making a violence that they don't understand.
I
just
sort of go and get closer with my hand towards the cat,
Cat bites hand.
and I try to stroke it. And, well, actually, no. I hold the ring finger under its nose.
It's still it's like watching you. It's not sniffing your hand. It's just kind of watching.
Try and command the cat.
Oh.
What do you mean, command the cat? I talk to it. I say, "Hello, kitty. Come to me."
All right,
Does
it
it
jumps
try-
out of Yeldan's arms and comes over to you.
Oh.
A command that
Commands
a
cat.
cat that listens to orders. Oh my God! It's the apocalypse.
I
And
look
the
at
cat, the
Ockar
cat is
like,
actually obeying me. That's unnatural.
Ask it to roll over.
Cat,
No.
lie on your back and roll over. Let me give you a tummy tickle.
It immediately rolls over on its back.
Oh my
Well-
God, Leva, you can command cats.
It's probably the ring.
Now we need to find a tiger.
So I tell the cat, behave normally. Do what you want.
That doesn't do anything.
Try taking the ring off. See what happens.
Well, just take your attention off the cat.
So who wants the ring?
Yeldan doesn't look. Yeldan looks around.
I got a wolf. I don't need a cat.
I raise my hand.
Lafdul gets some great ideas for some pranks, but
All right, so who wants the ring?
Yeldan raised his hand.
Oh, actually, I want to make one test. I turn around, I take Tayan out, and I use the ring, and I tell Tayan, just lie on the floor on your back. Let me tickle
he
your
probably
tummy.
does that anyway.
He does that anyway. He's your familiar.
He's your familiar. Someone else will have to do it.
Tayan runs up your leg and rests on your shoulders.
Okay.
Is he not offended by the cat scent?
Not really.
Well, I guess they've been on the ship for quite some time together. I'm sure they get along.
God,
Yeah,
Leva is so
not
tempted,
terrible.
but she said she sort of goes, I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I'm so tempted. Who wants the ring?
The ring's probably less useful for me than others.
We have
Well,
Yeldan.
Yeldan's-
Okay, anybody else want the ring? I don't want anybody else have anything.
No, let him have it.
I say, and I actually think Lafdul should have it. To be
I think
honest.
Yeldan because he deals more with
Just
them.
tell me if you guys want the ring. So to say I want the ring or I don't want the ring.
I want the ring.
I'll pass.
Okay, have it.
Cool.
Yeah, I pass. If somebody else wants it,
pass.
I pass.
Okay.
She sniffles a
Yeldan
bit
gets her ring.
and she passes the ring over to Yeldan.
Ring.
There you go, Yeldan. You get the ring.
Cat thing. Cool. I'm not gonna wear it all the time, but I just put it in my pocket for now and pick up my cat and start petting him again.
What has he got in his pockets?
Of course.
Okay.
You know cats. They're if he's interested in what you have in your pocket, he will tap it.
All right.
He will
So,
get it out.
anything else you guys want to
Lafdul-
do for the evening?
Rest and take it easy.
You're about to say something, Lafdul?
I
Ring.
was going to make a terrible joke about him being only good with animals if he's got the ring.
Ah.
I roll my eyes.
Okay. So those of you, if you want to change up your spell selection, go ahead and do that.
I'll change up my
Yeah.
list.
Yes, you do that. I know. Now, and I understand if you're going to be quiet for a while because it's going to take you a while. So it's okay. I understand.
Yeah, I need my peace and quiet.
All right. So anything that you guys want to do during the night?
Is Fairland around? The pixie?
He pops in and out occasionally. I mean, if you want
I
to
ask.
talk to him. You can-
Yeah, I want to ask him whether there are any cats around, wild cats, tigers, stuff like that.
He scratches his head and says, I don't think so. Not up here, at least. We don't usually go down in the lower area.
We
Dangerous
seem to
down
have
there?
found a ring to command cats.
Ooh, that could be fun if you had cats around.
Well,
we tried it out.
Huh? Could you get it to attack something? That would be interesting.
It's a house.
Well,
it's a
that's understandable. Yeah, I mean, might be able to take her out. He says, pointing at Leva, but maybe not anything else.
Lafdul nods.
I don't say anything or nod.
He says it good-naturedly, jokingly.
As I'm probably petting the same cat while this is going on.
I will ask the sprite about or pixie, wherever he calls himself, about the tree ant and what's the proper protocols in dealing with the tree ant.
Well, I mean, if you guys get a plan, I think we can convince him. You don't necessarily need to talk to him unless you really want to.
Fair. That's fine with me.
But if you want to, that's okay. We could do that.
The tree. I've heard of. How much would I know about tree ants?
A fair bit, although you've probably never really like talked with one. You've probably met one on occasion.
Yeah, I was like, I know treants view time differently than we do, so talking to them is a lot slower.
Is that true?
You have to be very patient. Yeah. There's a couple members of our community who definitely not ones you'd want to send over there. Let's just say they do not have the patience. All right, I'm lying. It's basically all of them, but you get what I'm getting at.
What about you?
I can. I prefer not to.
But yeah, I know. I'm like, yeah. I think how the people in my village well, yeah.
He's eating some berries while this is going on, by the way.
After when they start talking about that stuff, I'll move off to and I'll talk to Braxon. Braxon, what do you think we should start off with tomorrow? The camp or what?
Yeah, the thing I'd say about the camp is, do we want to trek to the camp or move the ship?
Might be better than ship.
It'd be faster then. But I'm not there.
I just wonder what the likelihood of it being seen is.
Well, by the people there, 100%.
Yeah.
By the people at the other place, maybe not if we circle round, but
Yeah, like
it depends whether those people are friendly or not, doesn't it?
Also, if we're flying low, we can get attacked by flying creatures.
That's true.
if you're looking at the map, that's how you would have to go around.
That's like a day and a half. Well,
I'm still thinking also about that Lord of the Lake thing. Wonder if there's would be some way of waking it up.
Drop a bomb in.
Well, unfortunately, my bomb's not going to work like that. The best I could do would be to have it float on a piece of driftwood and then have somebody shoot an arrow at it or something.
If only we had a boat.
Lafdul gets this great idea. He stares at Higgimus' ring. What if we put that ring on one of its tentacles? It would float.
If only we had a stolen boat that we could send out onto the lake with a bomb with a fire lit underneath it on.
Tentacles? What are you talking about, tentacles?
You don't know what it has, tentacles or not.
Okay.
Anything that I don't know the form of, I assume it's got tentacles.
Fair enough.
It's underwater.
Oh my god! They called it the Lord of the Lake.
Yep.
So probably causing it to go.
Know anything more about it?
The deep soaker will probably wake it up.
I've never actually seen it. I'm not sure that anyone in our community has.
Have you heard any descriptions of it?
Nah, we don't really talk about it. Just to be careful around the lake in case we wake them up.
So how do you know there's still there is still a Lord of the Lake?
Are you saying people in my community would lie?
No,
he says that with a grin. He says that with a grin.
Lafdul completely pulls him out on that.
If it's not been seen,
he's smiling while he's saying that. So yeah, and with the knowledge of the cultures, I look at him, it's yes, and I can tell that he's smiling.
Well, I can tell you that no one's lying about it. Whether we are accurate is another question entirely.
Has anyone seen it? Has anyone seen the Lord of the Lake? Or is it just hearsay?
You said no.
If it's not been seen for a while, it could be a dragon.
Or it could be a dragon, or it could be dead. And and nobody knows that. Nobody that Spirit Village knows that somebody killed it a while back.
Well, it could be a big cat. It could be a big cat.
Those guys that attacked the ship might know.
Yeah, I was about to say that. If only we captured one of them.
It could be a big cat. Maybe they did keep it under control with that ring.
I doubt that it's a cat. If it's a Lord of the Lake, do you know how cats and water normally mix?
Could be a water cat,
Yeah, but
a strange creature that you've never
cats.
seen before on this world. That's unique to this world.
It
You
could be
know,
a
there are
water cat.
cats who love water. It's only certain cats that dislike water. There are certain cats that love water.
Well, we're just speculating at this point.
Yeah, we're speculating. I'd rather not. If nobody's seen the Lord of the Lake in a while, I'd rather not hinge anything on it.
I want to wake
Or
up.
try to wake him up. If he doesn't, what if he's not there?
Well, then he's not there.
So we wasted our time. We wasted our time and effort on something that's not there.
But what if he is there and he turns the tides in your favor?
Oh, have we got like a giant anchor we could drop on it?
Well, I have to find out what's that first.
I mean, you could find a large rock.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, to speak with animals, work with marine life fish.
The thing is, if we wake him up and we direct, if he does exist, we wake him up and we direct his ire towards the forts, then we solved half the problem.
The problem is the fort has information that we also want to get.
So?
Yeah. Well, we've got to sneak Lafdul in there with his listening to the wall thing.
Yeah. So that could be what we do tomorrow. We do the camp, and then we help Lafdul. Do what we can to help Lafdul if he's willing. Go into that camp and find what the dwarves are, and then maybe get whatever information he can if he's able to.
Okay.
I don't know.
And after that, if we still have time, we can do a distraction. Maybe we can try to draw some more out of there, or if they have another patrol out, ambush it as well. Lessen their numbers. We already took out 12, and we were told there was about 50, so 40-ish left.
38, something like that.
Could your spectral force make illusions of people?
If I can imagine them, if down to the last detail, then yes, I would think so.
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, but basically you could get them to waste a load of catapult shot on a group of illusions or something. I don't know.
That is a possibility.
How well would that work?
Just starve them of their ammo.
You really want me to answer that?
Yes.
You don't know.
That's actually a really good idea. And if when the catapult shots hit, they can make it look like there's a big spray, like it actually damaged the group. That'd be
So the thing is that these lower level illusions aren't quite that in depth, and also the illusion can only create one person or object, where object can be a group of people so long as they're always staying as a group, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But also a lot of it hinges on what you do with them, what happens, and how you operate it. So, I mean, a tremendous amount of would it work depends entirely on you. So that's the thing about illusions.
What if we make it a bunch of...
Where's the limit in running a script on an illusion? Let's say, like, I was going to make a firewall, growing the flames from very little to very big. I changed it, but that was the original plan. So if I had a script on this group of people where I'd say person X goes that away and person Y goes that away, would that be possible?
No, because you'd be splitting it up, and that would require multiple illusions.
Okay.
But if the entire group goes together and one of them holds up an arm and waves, yeah, you can do something like that.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. But it's also you're not programming it, you're not scripting it, you're doing it, you're puppeteering.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
these
Actually, you have
lower
to
level,
concentrate.
with these lower level spells, you're puppeteering. So if you want them to raise an arm and wave, then you're basically thinking raise your arm and wave. There are higher level spells that allow you to program that kind of stuff.
Okay, and how close would I need to be to a group like this?
What's the range on the spell?
Just a moment. I should still
Cast
have
them.
it.
If you have invisibility on yourself, you could speak in their stead.
60 yards plus 10 yards a level.
Yeah, so that's the range.
Do you
What's
have a?
Is it 10 yards a level? So it would be I'm level 5, so it would be 60
110
plus 110 yards. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
What's that in terms of hex? Hex is bigger.
Hex is a lot bigger. That's
Hey.
all within 1 hex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a hex is.
No, it's 60
So
yards
I'd
plus
be-
1 yard per level, so 65 yards.
Actually, I'm looking at where it says 60 yards plus 10 yards a level.
Let me double check the.
Each
the
hex
wizard
is
spell companion.
0.2 of a mile. How many yards are in a mile?
It's about 350 yards.
Okay. This is why.
So
That's
I-
why.
I-
That's
I-
why when Braxon shot his arrow, it fell well short.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. I'd still be visible as well. So as I can see, putting them into this, let's say this hex here.
I mean, if you are invisible, and you're not actually having them make a a hostile act, then they're not attacking. You would
Mhm.
not become.
Well, the thing is the fort is inside.
Yeah, but
this hex.
what's the
You can
point of
get 'em-
doing that then? I mean, what's the point of having a group wave at the fort in that case?
Well, it depends on what you're doing with the group and what you're doing, what the goal is.
You can make it look like a group's attacking the fort. Easy.
Yeah, but then I don't sit there and wave at them. Then I go and attack them.
I was using that as an example, not
Yeah.
saying that's the only thing that you can do. I mean,
Because
What?
Yes,
Look
but
at how-
I look, if I'm going to do it across the lake, I have to do something with the group that is threatening.
No, you
Threatening.
don't. No, you don't.
Why-
You
why
need to
not
do.
just-
You could do something that's threatening, or could you? Do you remember what the people looked like that we attacked on the north side?
If I don't, I could have another look at them. We take them off the river and I look at them properly.
What I'm saying is, you could have those people come to the other side of the lake, wave their hands, and wait for people to come over, and then walk into the woods before the illusion vanishes. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm saying that's an option you could use that might get someone to go. It doesn't have to be a threatening thing. Just have to be something to trick people.
I was thinking you could also have an army attack woods by the woods close to the fort, right? Because the woods are not actually that far away. It's like fairly close. If you look at the hex and where,
What do you mean with army?
well, you can make it look like an army, right?
Old, what's the difference between a group of people and an army?
Just an illusion.
how many there
Oh,
are and stuff like that.
It's an order of magnitude of people, and it's the way they're dressed. I don't think I could envisage a full army of people.
Or how about a large group of the Order of the Gauntlet?
And
Yeah.
what would you want to do?
Nice.
Tell me first what you envisage that this group does.
Well,
Where would you want it to appear, and what would you want it to do as action?
What about what I said? You have one of their search parties appear and wave at them from the other side of the lake.
Yeah, well, you said that before, but I'm actually asking Yeldan what his idea is now, because he was talking about army, and an army doesn't go and wave and say, "Okay, come on over here. We've seen something interesting."
Right? No, he said have the
the
army
idea-
attack the wall.
Well,
I
not
didn't hear that.
necessarily.
Sorry.
It doesn't have to attack the wall either. It can just stand there, be threatening, distract all the guards on the wall, so we can have some people sneak in to the fort without being noticed.
So when
As
we
a
first talked
diversion.
about this, we
that's
also
probably
got the idea of having a deep stalker come out the lake, because that one definitely gets their attention.
I think you're going to have to make this up on the fly, depending on the situation. You're the magic expert.
That's what we ended up with at the first time we talked about
Oh,
this
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to it, Leva, I mean, you have the parameters of your spell, which is you have a certain size of a thing that you can make. And you can just do whatever your creativity can come up with in that size.
What I have to do is sort out with all what I can actually do and what's possible, what's not possible.
I think it's more that you try to do something and he decides how believable it is.
Yeah.
Based on the NPCs. So there might be something that's completely believable that doesn't make people want to do anything. Like someone sitting in a pub having a drink. That might not make anyone want to do anything. That might be completely believable. There might be something
if there all of a sudden was a pub over here and people were sitting on bar stools, you bet they'd come and look what's going on.
Oh.
I'm just using an example, but there might be something that's really scary, but because they don't understand it, they disbelieve it.
I've got an idea. I've got a brilliant idea. What about a group of angry dwarves charging at them? They fire at them.
I'd like to follow up on the idea about the Lord of the Lake.
Yeah, you could go for that.
I don't think it's. Yeldan will say, I don't think it's reliable because we don't know if he's still there, and I don't want to.
Who cares? If it's not there anymore, then they haven't seen it. So if all of a sudden a monster comes out the lake, they would easily assume that this is the Lord of the Lake.
If we're going by
and if it's still there, then if whatever I cast, I don't summon, but the illusion I cast, if it disturbs the Lord of the Lake, then all the better, because then the Lord of the Lake is going to attack them.
I don't buy the whole. Well, if it's not there, Yeldan, it's just not there. If it is there, cool. We'll try to use it to our advantage. I mean, just because we don't know something's there, or something will work or not, doesn't mean we shouldn't give it a shot. If we're going by that thing, then we wouldn't even visit the other camp because we don't know what's there. Why go there? And then we don't, or your whole fake camp thing and making the smoke and stuff. If we're going by what we don't know would work or not, then we wouldn't do that at all either because we wouldn't know if they would actually go and look at that stuff.
And I'll point out the illusion as well. You won't know how they're going to react to the illusion until you create the illusion and set it in motion.
I agree with that. I might actually. Who is it? Braxon. Your helmet. Is this a helmet I might be able to wear?
Yeah. Braxon takes it off and gives it to Lever. You want to try it on now?
Yes, I'd like to know whether I can actually. Can I say it? Breathe underwater. Just have a quick test.
Never drowns.
Yeah, I mean, you want to head back to the river shore?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone
going with you?
Yeah, I'll call.
Yeah, Braxon will go with her.
Someone
Okay.
pull her out.
I'll take a quick dunk and put my head underwater. Can I breathe?
Yep.
Can you cast spells?
Can I cast spells?
Is there a spell you want to try to cast?
I have a magic missile, but can I cast that on an object?
No. Only on a person.
Fish. Is there
Yeah,
fish?
do you see a fish?
Oh, that poor fish.
I look around for fish. Do I see a fish?
Can't believe Yeldan agreed with that.
Yeldan didn't say anything about that. It was just
yeah, right.
an idea, something she could target.
Um,
Yeldan's got Ranger Tourette syndrome.
right now, no, there are no fish that you can see.
Let me see. I do have what's. I could cast. What's it called? Honung's Baneful Deflector.
That wouldn't require you to cast it on another creature.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay,
Cat
so
disagrees.
That's a catfish.
All right, so you put the helmet on and wade under the water, and then try to cast a spell. Unfortunately, the spell fails because of the helmet. The helmet
Because of the
does not.
helmet?
Yes, the helmet does not allow you to cast. It interferes with the magic because it's a metal helmet. It's a piece of armor.
Oh, you can't wear a helmet as a wizard.
Well, you can. You just can't cast.
Okay, I wade back out and I give the helmet back to Braxon. I say, "Thank you for the test. It doesn't work. I can't."
Thank you very much.
How
But
does that work if I have a spell that's like invisibility and or if I cast spectral force and make a monster appear? If I then put on the helmet, will it interfere or won't it? Oh, it probably will. Not with the invisibility, maybe, but with the spectral force.
If someone put the helmet on you, which would be a little bit difficult if you're invisible,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be okay. But you would not be able to put the helmet on because that would break your concentration. But that's the thing, is that if you're invisible and someone fumbles trying to put the helmet on, that would also break your concentration.
Yeah, so no, to forget the idea. I was going to use that to go into the lake and have a look whether there's actually a monster at the bottom.
Well, I mean, if you cast invisibility on yourself and then put the thing on and then went under there, then if you're not planning to cast any spells, then it might be okay.
The problem is the helmet won't be invisible.
Won't it?
No, because
Will it
wasn't
be a
on you.
disembodied helmet that's floating around?
Hang on.
Well,
Do
so
you
much for that idea.
do you need to do this yourself? Because you could cast invisibility on someone else wearing the helmet, and they could go walk around the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Probably Lafdul since he's the stealthiest, but
Always sacrifice Lafdul.
I thought
in this case
Lafdul
I
was
would
going to
actually.
go.
I was thinking of Higgimus.
Well, Higgimus can't wear the helmet.
What about Braxon?
Braxon, yes.
Yeah, it'd be Braxon in this case. So that might be something we could do. While Lafdul does his shenanigans inside the little fort thing, Braxton can swim around the lake, see if he can find that creature.
how big is
Do
the
that,
lake?
Braxon.
Yeah, I don't know how long this helmet lasts for. If it's indefinitely, I suppose so. Otherwise, it's been nice knowing you.
Well, I can also hand you my ring, and you can put my ring on when if you start to choke up a bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was going to say, if I put the ring on, I'll shoot out the water.
You're not allowed to dive. We rely on your reports.
Just another meat shield before you get to the mage.
All right, so
And,
for the, so basically tomorrow you want to do more reconnaissance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of
Yes.
what
Yeah.
All right, so then you want to visit that other camp, but you also want to get Lafdul to take a look at the
Oh
the
god.
stockade again as well, right?
I know what's gonna happen.
We're going to split up.
We're
I
gonna
want to
do a
look at the
three-way
lake.
party split.
Oh
No.
no! But this is
No.
a horror game, you know.
We can all go to the other camp at the same time.
Yeah.
Remember
And
how
then-
long it takes to travel? It won't work too well. Let's be honest, the best way
Alright,
to do it is three-way party split. 2 people go to the camp, 2 people go to the encampment, and 2 people do the lake investigation.
No. We don't need to do that. We go to the other camp, take care of that, and then we'll work. It'll be midday by the time we get down to back to where the fort thing is. Near
It'd
that.
be
And then
it'd be evening.
Well, actually,
we'll
If
deal
we-
with it when we get there. Then.
if we go to the camp as one group or as half the party or whatever, Lafdul could break off and go to the wall, and I could break off and climb into the river and walk up the river into the lake.
And that works, yeah. And then that means we only need 3 people to go to the other camp.
Yeah, but we could if you look at the woodlands, there's a gap around the woodlands. We just follow the outside of the woodlands.
No, I still strongly suggest when we go to the camp,
Mhm.
we all go there together.
Yeah, I concur.
Hmm.
All
We
right,
should
so
stay
we go
together
here
because
all
it's
together.
dangerous.
Yeah, check it out, and then we make our way back down to here,
Hmm.
or here-ish. All right, Lafdul then goes to the camp or this thing here, and checks that out, and then Braxon does a little reconnaissance in the lake.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
All right.
Yeah, fine.
So just as I remember, one way was half the day, correct?
Yeah, it would take.
From here to around here was about half a day. Was that correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, actually, it was like from here to here.
Mhm.
You know what?
That's cutting through the forest. We might be able to sneak around here, but we don't know that.
It's
In game,
cutting-
we actually don't know that this might be clear or not.
You know
around
what?
the edge
If
of the mountain.
sorry, go on.
Well, so
I-
the line that Leva is showing is cutting. Not only is it cutting through the forest, but it's also going up a hill and then down a hill and stuff like that. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why it takes so long. It may be one of those situations where it's actually faster to go around.
Yeah, that's what Higgimus wanted to do.
Yeah, you may. I mean, it may not, but that may be something to consider and try out.
But the way from there to here is different than from there to here.
Mhm.
So here,
Yeah, but keep in mind also that once you get to the river, you can go a lot faster on the river than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is we cross the river here and we go along the edge.
Okay, so
like this.
so
Well, maybe a bit straighter.
the plan for the next day is to go visit the camp by that
Mhm.
other lake,
Mhm.
and then come back and check out the stockade and the lake.
Yeah.
Lake. Okay.
You know, if there is no monster in the lake, I could see if there are any sewers from the camp.
Not likely.
Oh, that could be a thing.
Don't find out if you don't look. If there's a sewer there, and we can get in through the sewer, we can appear inside the wall.
You could probably get into the well.
Yeah. There's a well.
Even better.
That is.
There's a well, is
true.
there? If there's a
Yeah.
well, that's fantastic. Yeah, if we can
I was
get into the
thinking
well.
that, we can't really poison the well because I reckon the well's connected to the lake.
Yeah, and it might kill our friends.
Well, they were thinking about a non-lethal poison.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if I can find a way into the well, in a recon, if you can get me something, I could go back in.
Well,
Take it in.
I already gave Lafdul the touch. We were supposed to do that today, but combat happened that caused us to lose visibility.
Let's see if we can get in either way. It could be that I might not be the stealthiest person to get into the the camp, but if I'm crawling into a well, I doubt people are going to be looking.
So tomorrow we would need 2 invisibilities. One for the Lafdul and one for the Braxon.
One for the Lafdul.
Well, unless I lend Lafdul my helmet and he does it all, but I'm willing to take half the risk.
I would do it myself, but the helmet would not fit me, I would imagine. Unless it changes shape. Does it change shape?
No.
Does your head change shape?
Well, let me rephrase that. It does not change that much shape. It will snugly fit a human or an elf or a dwarf or a gnome or a halfling, but their heads are actually pretty close to the same shape. Yours?
I could not wear it though.
No, not even close.
You can't wear helmets most of the time anyway, so...
I mean, he could wear a helmet that was specifically made for a Giff, but...
Yeah.
You know, and if you get powerful enough and wealthy enough and stuff like that, then you could certainly have a wizard enchant a helmet for you. But right now, you know, unless you find a magical helmet sized for a Giff, you're probably not going to be wearing any magical helmets that come along. Okay, well, I think we've got a plan of action for the next day. So we'll call it.
And then after we're all done, we'll see if we can waylay another patrol.
We'll call this a session, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Almost dying.
It's a lot of fun.
Somebody write this plan down.
I love random encounters. I've got a note of it. I've got a note of it too, so that's good.
I have a note of my ambush idea. I decided, you know what, if I'm gonna keep notes, I'm gonna keep notes at least of the ideas that I come up with.
Sounds good. Okay, that is going to come out to 600 experience points each.
Everyone.
Yep.
Standard.
Wow, really? No bonus? Okay.
Oh, actually, you know, I'm dumb. There were monsters.
You killed monsters.
Yeah, there were monsters. I didn't
and people. I killed a lot of people.
I killed a person.
Completely blanked on that part. Hold on a second.
I jumped on a person.
That was pretty impressive. That was pretty slick.
I did like
slick
that.
move.
I did like that.
That was definitely a highlight.
I was also getting the Legolas of the show.
Legolas was like a sniper in the film.
Well, in The Hobbit, he does a lot more melee stuff.
Well, you remember when he surfed on the back of an elephant in Return of the King?
We don't talk about these. The only Hobbit is the Rankin Bass Hobbit.
I was talking about Return of the King.
The only Return of the King is the Rankin Bass Return of the King. And unfortunately, we don't talk about the Fellowship of the Ring animated movie either.
Oh God, there was an animated movie.
There was
an animated movie for Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers.
Well, it was the Fellowship of the Ring and half the Two Towers, and it was full of rotoscoping, and it was awful.
It's the same contract that Peter Jackson bought.
Well, I mean, you kind of had to because I believe they still had the rights.
Yeah,
to it.
He bought the contract, and it had like a year to run. He had to start. Anyway, so am I ignoring the 600 that you said?
Well, I mean, you're going to get some additional, so I just need to calculate that out. Give me a second.
Okay.
I suppose Ockar spent time repairing his armor straps.
Yeah,
too.
he would have done that evening, so those got taken care of.
Just making sure that is dealt with. Don't want some incident happening.
I'm beginning to think that we should go back and charge a Swaggin a fee for all those dead bodies that we gifted them. I think we should track them down after this and tell them they owe us money.
Okay, the warriors get 700 experience points. Everyone else gets 600.
So I get an extra 100. Okay.
Yep.
It's not to be sniffed at.
Mm-hmm.
So 300. So we got 700. One. Bring up to.
See, how much will I need to get up to my next level?
I got 5k more to go.
Yeah, I'll get that next week.
I got 2,400 and 36.
That's only going to take a couple more D spawns.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need like 14,000.
I need about.
Actually, yeah, that would be a couple of deep spawn.
I told you.
A couple of deep spawn would be 14,000.
Well, no, for Higgimus. All right.
All right.
No one went up a level.
No, I need like 9,000
not yet.
also.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely at a point where it's
I need
a lot.
1,200. Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're actually pretty close.
I'm getting there.
1,200 for what level?
Not 1,200,000.
Oh, 12,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
almost
little bit
15,000.
Yeah.
For the next level.
It will be a little while. I mean, if you slaughter everyone in the stockade, that's probably going to be enough.
Really?
Well, we're working on it.
Well, you got to rescue some of them.
Well, that's what I mean. But I mean all the hostiles. You don't get experience points for killing non-hostiles. It's not how it works. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing, and we will be back next week with more adventures in Arcane Space.
Ah,
Thank you.
I just realised. I
What?
held one, so we lost XP.
No. Well,
Oh.
I mean, you get if you defeat an enemy and they will, they're basically not returning and stuff like that. You get full experience for it.
All right.
Yeah. So you don't need.
I was about to say, wait, holding a person and killing them gets rid of XP? That isn't fair.
No, I mean I mean you got experience for those guys that you currently have prisoner, because you overcame them. That's what it's for. It's more about overcoming them. If you encountered a hostile dragon and you managed to talk it down,
Yeah. Like
hell
you
yeah, you get
bribed it.
full experience for that.
Yeah, you
Stop.
there's stories of people negotiating with dragons for the release, like they're giving a bunch of gold and things like that.
Starbane in the Twitch chat said we need to start a local war to get more experience points.
What? Oh, start a local war. Well, I mean, you kind of have that. I mean, how many people are in this fortress? I mean, that's a war band. That's a war band.
Yeah. We're fighting. We're basically pulling guerrilla war tactics off.
Anyway, we'll have more
we should
next
go.
week. Talk to you later, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.